And Leslie joins us from Hong Kong together with our Indonesia Bureau Chief Sujati Siswo in Jakarta. So Leslie, let's start with you. Tell us more about the Hong Kong government's plan to appeal and what it intends to do now.
Yes, Glenda. Well, Hong Kong Security Chief Ambrose Lee, who oversees the city's immigration department, held a press conference late in the afternoon and said the government respects the court but is disappointed with the ruling. So the government will try to make sure its appeal goes to the courts as soon as possible. Lee also announced the government will put forth an application for temporary relief at the next court hearing for the case, which is on October 26th. He said in the meantime, the government is not going to process any more applications by foreign domestic helpers for permanent residency. The government said that it made that decision because any approval of right of abode for foreign domestic workers would be very disruptive to households if the courts ruled differently in the appeal. Now, legal experts say both sides could fight it out all the way to Hong Kong's highest court, the Court of Final Appeal. But because of the controversial nature of the case, a major concern among some politicians is that if the courts continue to side with foreign domestic helpers, the Hong Kong government may ask Beijing to step in to interpret the basic law. However, those politicians and the lawyers of Ms. Vallejos are strongly against that happening, as they said it would undermine the independence of Hong Kong's justice system. Now, there are almost 150,000 Indonesian domestic workers in Hong Kong as well, and over a third of them could potentially be eligible for residency, having been continuously working in Hong Kong for more than 7 years. So, Sujati, how's Indonesia responding to the developments?
Well, Indonesian Labour Ministry officials have responded favorably to the ruling. They hope it would be the benchmark for other countries where there are large numbers of Indonesian workers. But I doubt many Indonesian domestic workers would consider applying for residency in Hong Kong for reasons of cultural differences. I think they might do it only for reasons of seeking employment by themselves as a Hong Kong resident and not having to pay agent fees in Indonesia when they seek employment in Hong Kong. But I think more pragmatically, the Hong Kong ruling should lead to better treatment and protection for Indonesian domestic workers, especially in Hong Kong and generally in other countries. We are still hearing cases of salary disputes involving Indonesian workers in Hong Kong. Glenda?
All right, many thanks, Sujati. We'll be speaking to you a little later on another issue, but also thank you very much there, Leslie, for that update. Now.